Hola fulanas y fulanos, marlendes al aparato. Bienvenidos a JugonesProProducciones emitiendo en directo de YouTube con un nuevo gameplay de The Outer Worlds. De más a menos ha ido este juego. Venga, vamos a ver si recupera un poco porque toda la parte de exploración de Monarca ha sido dura, ¿eh? Es decir, espero que el juego la remonte un poco porque tela. Ha sido complicadito el tema.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Oh, mi ordenador, que va. Hola, fulana. Venga, vale.
They're hunters. Badass ones at that. Hope they're all right.
They're our best unit, and now they're missing in action.
And we'll continue that discussion later.
Damn it. I was hoping you'd have more sense than our venerable leader here. I get the message is important, but so's eating. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanja, our old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony. Yes? A subtle lesson here, a word about the eternal there. In small ways, I hope to bend the public's mind towards seeing the truth. The corporations have been shackling workers' souls for centuries. Workers are glorified slaves to their companies, to their society, to their own minds. Free will has all but vanished. I believe that by freeing oneself from the corporate structure, indeed from the very rules of man, one can find their own truth.
Their own truth? There is only one truth. Free will is nothing but an illusion that drives man to struggle against his preordained path.
The cosmos will someday come to understand itself. We can only assist with our own truth-seeking, and hope that by our myriad tiny contributions, we can help usher that day forth. Our very resourceful sublight friends have already agreed to help. For their standard fee, of course. They'll replace periodicals around the colony with our subtly edited versions. The board's workers will learn of our truth without even realizing it. Certainly.
The print... Oh no. Graham, you didn't.
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
The hell's the sense in recruiting if you're just gonna get them killed?
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
This is worth bickering over. The iconoclasts can't keep their heads in the ground forever, or they're going to starve and die slow. Look, just... if the Vernois are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Bien. Estoy aquí, pues... Estaba jugando a Breakfast, pero ya me he pasado.
Ah, Nyoka. My people miss your hunts.
Pero ahora ya estoy aquí. En The Outer Worlds. El caso es que... hoy ha sido duro. Hoy ha sido un poco duro. Esta está cabreadísima. Hoy ha sido duro porque... todo lo que ha sido la exploración ha sido bastante coñazo, pero en fin, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Es lo que estaba comentando. No sé si tú tienes esa sensación de que los videojuegos de esta generación empiezan todos muy fuerte, te deslumbran, son brillantes las primeras horas, te enganchan mucho, pero luego pierden fuelle con el transcurso de los días. Y según vas pasando fases, niveles, avanzas en la historia, vas perdiendo fuelle. Y este es otro de esos juegos a los que considero que le pasa lo mismo. Vamos a ver qué dice esta. Esta está cabreada conmigo por no haberla hecho caso, pero claro, yo he hecho caso a su líder, no a ella. Y porque a mí también me interesa más que se difunda su propaganda, ¿no? Que yo creo que hay que agitar este universo, ¿no? Para que a ver qué podemos sacar. A ver si puedo hablar con ella.
That son of a bitch. I know the press is important, but sending our two best out there, Void help him if the Vernois don't make it back. Believe me, I'm right there with him. I get it, the eternal truth, saving the colony, all dandy. But I got people starving and all manner of hurt. Speaking of which, those extra supplies would have gone a long way. This may come as a surprise to you, but when a woman from a dying family on Monarch says she needs food and medicine, she fucking needs food and medicine. Supposing all you've done for us ain't some kind of front, and that I can actually trust you? Screw it. We were trying to establish a foothold north of Stellar Bay. Eventually, when it comes time to throw down, a two-pronged assault makes sense. How about the massive fuck-off walls, for starters? Then there's the food, the working landing pad. And besides, this is Monarch. All the roads here lead to Stellar Bay. We've got a numbers advantage, and these people are willing to throw their lives down in the pursuit of Graham's... our cause. Can't say the same of Sanjar's folk.
Ain't like that paperclip cowboy is really equipped for a fight anyhow.
Right. His security force isn't exactly trained.
Está aquí un baño de sangre.
Raptidons happened. Acidic sulfur pools happened. Starvation, disease. It's hell out here. You ever try living on a diet of cooked Raptidon? Half the time it just comes back up.
Ain't so bad if you wash it down with a bottle of 0G.
That sounds worse. Nice day, huh? The monarch, anyway.
No sé, esta mujer es mucha queja, me parece a mí. Me parece a mí que... Es decir, es que hay que tener fe. Yo creo que en estas cosas hay que tener fe. Y además ella lo que quiere es lo de siempre, no es una guerra de poder. Graham me parece más... Lo de Graham me parece más aceptable. Esta lo que quiere es una lucha de poder sí o sí. Quiere una matanza. Está claro. Pero bueno, aquí cada uno barre para lo suyo. Yo es que me posiciono más con Graham porque yo creo que también es importante agitar el avispero, que el mensaje llegue al mayor número de personas. Y creo que el Sanjar este, o Sanjar, no sé cómo se pronunciará, creo que puede ser bueno, porque puede cambiar las cosas desde dentro. Es decir, yo creo que no hay que cerrarse a ninguna de las posibilidades que hay. Mira, los hemos salvado. Habla conmigo. A ver, vamos a guardar.
Nyoka, you're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but that's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy right now.
Thanks, but I ain't sure the mission is worth it.
You keep spewing that sulfur, I'm liable to leave you to the rafts. What my well-meaning idiot of a brother intends to say is, we appreciate the assist.
It's a lost cause. Going back there would be suicide.
What'd I just say, August? We ain't abandoning our mission. That said, we ain't in a state to help either. We gotta find our medic, get back to Amber Heights, and plan a proper approach.
Espera, voy a cargar y voy a ver qué puedo sacarles más.
Nyoka, you're a... Yeah, don't suppose... I appreciate the sentiment, stranger. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding out and Jensen
Se ha vuelto a
can't
apagar
see
el
straight.
ordenador.
Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours. Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's searching the old settlement to the north of the press.
Es que se me ha apagado todo el puto rato el ordenador, macho. Qué asco. Estoy hasta la polla, te lo juro. Sí, estoy hasta la polla del que el ordenador se apague a cada instante. Uy, se me ha sobrecalentado como 3 o 4 veces seguidas. Es como, hombre, ya está bien la broma, ¿no? Estos son más duros. Así que lo voy a dejar un rato apagado porque es que si no es imposible. Se está apagando todo el puto rato. Ahí va. Me han tirado el puto ácido ese de los cojones.
Any luck out there? Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than nothing. Thanks. We'll head out as soon as we're patched up. Thanks for the assist.
Hey, thanks for the help.
Nada, hombre. A ver cómo tengo el escudo. 96, tío. Es que todo esto ya estuve, macho, sí, y me han vuelto a salir bichos. pero como ya lo hice, claro, si es que aquí me cargué 100 y su puta madre. Es que ya no puede quedar nada, es lógico. Espera, ¿por dónde hay que subir entonces? Por las escaleras esta. Bueno, no son escaleras. Buah, tío, es que no puedo ni saltar este poquito. Todo esto ya lo hice. Ah, ahora sí, ¿no? En su momento, ¿no? Pero así me deja usar esto. Que joderse. Si es que esto, como digo, ya lo hice. Todo esto ya lo hice. Ah, tengo que salir de aquí. Sí, ves, todo esto ya lo hice, como dije. Venga, va. Esta es otra de las cosas que a veces tienes que cambiar porque si no, no te deja hacer el viaje rápido, porque se te queda marcado lo de la misión. Venga, vamos a guardar.
Nice day, huh? The Monarch, Eddie.
If you'll just listen...
No! No more listening. No more preaching. We are losing people left and right. We need to act.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down on us? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people talk of foolish endeavors. What news do you bring?
We're out of time. We need food and ammunition. We need to hit Stellar Bay while we still have the manpower to do it. Yes, I know it's drastic, but it's clear that Sanjar will never cooperate. And if it's him or us, I choose us. Doubtful. But we don't need much, and Sanjar isn't going to share. It is. We are desperate. We're starving. My people are dying left and right.
Excellent.
Did you find the Vanois? Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon. This plan's brilliance is in its subtlety. For the time being, let us cease our activities on the tower, lest we bring premature attention upon us. I have much to do, articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting time. Let's talk later.
Sermons? For the love of... I'm going to see to the wounded.
A ver, pasad, pasad.
Welcome. All right. Before all this, I was a writer for MSI's product catalog. It was my purpose to spread awareness of Saltuna in its various forms. The certainty with which I spun among the other cogs in their machine stifled creativity and personal growth. That came much later, after Sanjar had taken over. As he drifted closer to the corporate regime, I drifted further from it. I'd known a little about philosophism on the fringes of society, and as I learned more, I found that I was already on the path without even knowing. The freedom it teaches is the same freedom that I desire. We seek to Why have you come?
Vale. A ver, voy a leer, bueno, a hablar con esta para que vuelva a despotricar. Nada más que despotrica. Yo creo que tiene razón, es decir, una guerra abierta no viene, es que no les viene bien a ninguno, no le viene bien. Es decir, es una destrucción mutua garantizada. Creo que hay que buscar un acuerdo. Porque al final los dos buscan lo mismo, salvo que uno de manera más radical y el otro un poco más siguiendo las pautas legales, ¿no? Por decir de alguna manera. Vale, esto es lo más cercano, así que vamos a hacer un viaje rápido aquí. Ahora vuelve a captar mi interés el juego, ¿no? En cuanto empiezan los diálogos, los conflictos, las decisiones, aquí vuelve a captar, pero joder, es que el directo anterior que he hecho esta tarde ha sido muy duro porque no sé, ha sido un coñazo muy duro explorar este planeta. Vale, vamos a ir a salto de arroyo. Que este, digamos, es la otra localidad, ¿no? La otra ciudad, el otro asentamiento que hay en este planeta. Lo que pasa es que creía que no se podía ir de uno a otro en el mismo mapa, porque por ejemplo eso pasa en Terra 2, entonces no entiendo muy bien, a veces es como más abierto el mundo, a veces es más cerrado. No parece que haya un esquema claro en ese sentido.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits. Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best-kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
Esto no.
Man, oh man, it has been a blue moon since I had to break out the hook'em spiel. Allow me to paint a picture in your mind. A parcel of pure paradise nestled beneath a waterfall within a mountain. We've got activities of leisure. We got proclivities for vice. We got booze and bets and non-communal beds. Sublight owned and run, so you know you're safe while you're breaking the laws. Check in at the saloon to start spending your bits now. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron. No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? Oh, that sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit. She's not but just down the way. The 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail. No reservation. Check it. Guess it. Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome to a private cabin. Only $2.50 a night. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. She's the one who runs this racket.
Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it. So long as you've got the bits.
Keep walking.
Digamos que esta es la empresa legal que hace los trabajos sucios de la Junta. Donde no llega la Junta, llega esta gente.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept at my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink. Don't believe I did. No? Wink. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats. See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit. Hit me. I won't even hit back. Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug-running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase? I'll give you a first-time discount. That's 5% off and a free drink at the ante-up. You're welcome. Suit yourself.
No quiero nada de ti, que pareces un timador.
I run my Sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for yourself. Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My Sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
Ay, me pregunto qué hubiera pasado si le hubiera dado un puñetazo, tío. Lo voy a hacer solo por ver qué pasa. Solo por ver qué pasa si le pego el puñetazo. Ay.
Watch your...
You say. I certainly hope you're not insinuating the problem is me. I mean, that would be preposterous. I never do anything under the table. That, Miss Malin ain't aware of. If there's any issue, really, you should talk to her. She's straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality. Oh, right. Well, I mean, if you're interested. Pure and simple. See? Too right you... As I was saying, in return... Hit me. Ow! What was that for? You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Cripes. Remind me never to cross you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy. Officially, speaking of... A shrewd decision. Here's your starter pack and your drink voucher. I run my spray. Good luck. Was that sarcasm? My Sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail...
Pues no pasa nada por pegarle un puñetazo, tío. A ver qué es lo que me ha dado. Estas dos mierdas me ha dado por 150 créditos. Vaya puta mierda, ¿no? A ver, que me... Espera, voy a ver qué mierda es esta. No, pero me ha dado otra cosa, ¿no? Bueno, vale, le he pegado un puñetazo, pero... Tengo ese vale que a lo mejor me sirva para alguna cosa. Entiendo que eso a lo mejor me sirve. Pero sí, se me había olvidado que son 6, ¿no? 6 sagas nuevas ha hecho Ubisoft esta generación. Starlink o Watch Dogs, For Honor, The Crew, The Division y ahora el Immortals este.
I think I'll go for a swim. They'll never see it.
Han pillado. Eso es lo que no quería que me pillasen, pero me pillaron.
Keep quiet. Not so fast. What do you think? Yeah, all right. I guess.
Bueno, pues no puedo robar, tío. No me van a dejar robar, tío. Qué feo. Eso sin querer, eso, ¿eh? Eso fue sin querer. A ver qué podemos ver por aquí. Vale. Ah, es que aquí hay mucha gente, claro. Aquí te ve todo Dios. No puedes robar. Así como así. No, es que todo, te ven por todos los putos sitios. Esto no es tan fácil. Aquí no se puede robar, desgraciadamente. Está todo muy vigilado. El frigorífico. Vale, me ha dicho que hay que registrar las cosas del regional este, que no sé muy bien quién es, no recuerdo muy bien qué es esto, pero vale, son muchas misiones. O para acordarme de todo. Lo curioso es que misiones principales son muy pocas, casi todo es opcional.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was stars. I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge collapse?
It was his team running that drop. Sure puts things into perspective.
Vale, nada me ha visto. Uf, pero ha ido un pelo, ¿eh? Que no me hayan visto. Vale, aquí tampoco me ha visto nadie. Aquí es que no sé si esto me verán. Están de espaldas, pero ni idea. Vamos a probar. Vale, nadie me vio.
Only thing worse than the swill they're selling is the service.
They do not produce derelict entertainment such as this on Byzantium, I assure you.
Vale, os robo lo que puedo. Que no es mucho, por lo que sé, no os puedo robar mucho. Aquí hay que andarse con bastante ojo. Vale, que resulta que había subido y no me había enterado, tú. No sé qué poner. Cerrajería al 100%, tío. Necesito cerrajería al 100% y lo otro que necesito al 100% es persuasión también, por lo que se ve. ¿Y tú qué? Tú vendes, ¿verdad?
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind. Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity.
Obviously too common an ailment for insurance to cover.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off. Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages. Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation. Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with her sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
Vale.
One thing's for sure. You won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon. We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium. Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch. But financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course. We prefer to think of it as chasing the savings. Turns out that not having to pay kickbacks, fines, and rent in the most expensive city in Halcyon improves our liquidity. Plus, Sublight keeps this place running remarkably well, and they sure drive business our direction.
Perdona, que no me dejas guardar. Ah, cosa tan extraña. Bueno, estamos aquí haciendo cositas y misiones y más misiones y más misiones. La verdad es que este es un juego muy largo, ¿eh? No os fíes de lo que dicen los análisis sobre la duración. Esto está durando muchísimo más. Así, si quieres pasarte el juego al 100%, chaval, olvídate de esas 25-30 horas, y eso es lo que llevaré ya como poco jugado, y me queda todavía más de la mitad del juego, así que no sé si el robot de este, si te puedes pillar robando o no, no tengo muy claro eso.
Steve, what do you think you're doing?
Ah.
This worker is entirely lawful.
Sí. El robot te llama la atención también, hay que joderse. Pues nada, a esperar a que se dé la vuelta el robocito. Vale, vamos a guardar y vamos a ver qué dice el terminal. Ah, claro, eso sí. Eso sí que lo han aprobado, ¿no? Cabrones. Vale, vamos a hablar con estos mamayemas, a ver qué dicen. No sabía que había tanta cosa aquí, colega.
No refunds, no exchanges, no returns. And no whining about it either. If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy. Yeah, and? Do I look like the city planner? I wasn't exactly consulted on the blueprints when Catherine started building out Fallbrook. But now that you mention it, I reckon she had her reasons to hide us. We got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out of Fallbrook all the time. Why openly spin in the board's eye? It might be that you're right. But I got no reason to trust you with the truth, now do I? Maybe if you were a better friend to Sublight. Ask me again if you're standing with Sublight and proves, and I'll feel more obliged to answer.
Vale, entiendo.
Yeah, but now that... They're so self-important the way they strut around, preening and flashing their pricey gadgets. Makes for easy marks. Keeps our pockets lined with bits. Town Sublight owned and run. Caters to a variety of clientele. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Catherine. Proves bad for her business, and she'll kneecap you without a second thought. Yeah. I'll try. Unless it's my forgetfulness they're purchasing.
Hungry? I'm famished myself. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Vale. Bueno, pues ya hemos sacado un poco más, que no es que sea mucho, pero algo es. Es si no te dejas saltar, o sea, si no puedes pasar, no puedes pasar. Bueno, pues está muy bien todo esto.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Go away, White.
That's not how the game works. I say, knock, knock, like I'm on the outside of a door. And you say...
I swear to the architect, I will punch your lamps out.
Oh, having a rough day?
I lost a shipment out for delivery. Barely made it out. Marauders got Keeley.
Ooh, Catherine is gonna flay the skin from your fingers.
I know.
Te ha dicho que te va a cortar los dedos, no te ha dicho eso. Ha dicho otra cosa. Ha hecho una... Hacen aquí traducciones muy... muy peculiares. Me doy cuenta de muchas veces traducen un poco como les da la gana. Es decir, más o menos está bien tirado, pero ha dicho, te va a cortar los dedos, pero bueno, te va a despejar y os entiende, ¿no? Aquí ya estuve intentando, pero no se puede robar así como así. Mira, esto por ejemplo que tiene cosas interesantes, pero no se puede robar porque están todos estos tipos aquí jodiendo la puta marrana. Emmet, ¿quién es Emmet? A lo mejor esto sí lo puedo robar. Bueno, no, porque están ahí esos. Bah, qué putada. Así que por aquí vengo. Entonces, ¿quién es este tipo de aquí? ¿Este no ha hablado con él?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here? Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs. I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Pues nada, tú sí. Me encanta eso. Tú sí, sé feliz. Vale, pues creo que ya sí que hemos cotillado cada rincón de esta vaina. Por aquí todavía no, ahí no hemos estado, porque ahí es donde me marca. Has descubierto máquina expendedora, esto cerrado con llave. Vale. No hay nada.
In the mood to chat.
Always imagined Fallbrick would be
Cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
That's because you've got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches like mad.
It most certainly does not.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, friend. See? There it goes again.
Estoy robando todo lo que puede más, colega. Aquí me podían haber pillado. Pero no.
You're feeling like the civilized type. The waterfalls are good. Spot to wash your clothes.
Ain't looking for trouble. No.
Oh. Esto sí que lo necesito robar, ¿eh? Uf, claro, pero es que estos están aquí. A ver cómo robo esto, tú. Tendría que poner detrás. A ver. De puta madre. De puta madre. Acabo de robar eso y ya puedo entrar a un montón de sitios que antes no me dejaban. Bien, 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 bien. Por ejemplo, el primero de todos ellos es aquí, que me han dicho que estaba muy ocupado. Ah, no, este no. A lo mejor aquí sí. Bertrand, ¿no ese es el que teníamos que buscar? Ese tipo. Vale, pues otra misión secundaria hecha. O bueno, no son, una dice que son tareas, otras de acompañamiento, otras de corporación. Te van diciendo que son distintas vainas. Qué bonita cascada, mira. Aquí hay personas humanas también. A ver, vamos a hablar.
Help you? Don't think we've spoken before. I would remember. You look, well, I wouldn't forget what you're wearing, no. Most of the freshies spend their first day in the saloon. Fresh to Fallbrook, I mean. Me? I've been here going on 3 days now. I'm real friendly. Figure I've talked up everyone in town by now. But not you yet.
Soy muy simpática, dice.
Then I'd like to answer it. If I can, that is. Look for the horns and you can't miss it. Even I saw them when we flew overhead. Massive curved stone peaks if you want to get technical. They're part of the mountain terrain. Well, Captain Crowley wanted to take a pit stop. I'm the hired security, see? They pay me to guard the cargo, but right now the hull's empty. It's my first shore leave with the crew, and my maiden voyage before that. I can tell you it's been a real hoot. Ah, you wouldn't have heard of them. They're just a small pot of smugglers. Kept getting their spoils stolen when they went to fence them. So they hired on a merc. They didn't mind my being so talkative, or them being my first protection gig. Captain Crowley, he does ask me to shut it sometimes. In fact, I probably shouldn't be flapping my gums about his crew at all. Captain warned us to take care around Devil's Peak. The bigger beasties tend to roam the slopes there. Mid-morning, I thought I'd try Fallbrook's self-guided wilderness hike, the one that leads up around the mountain. Safe enough, else they wouldn't advertise, right? Wrong. Scarcely made it back in one piece. You can say that again. Wilderness almost got me pushing up daisies. If I wasn't so fleet-footed, I never would have escaped them Raptidons, then Marauders, and that Manta Queen alive. To outrun him, I had to ditch my bag. All the bit cards from my winnings were weighing it down. A shame, because it was my favorite gun tote. Right then. Very well.
Vale. Esto es muy típico, ¿no? De saber siempre que detrás de una cascada hay cosas interesantes. Es algo tan evidente que esto tenía que hacer. ¿En qué juego no hay una cascada y detrás algo? Hasta en las pelis lo hay. Pero si no me comió la mina de milagro. ¿Qué más me queda por cotillear? Entiendo que esto es una vaina estas de... Y aquí puedo decir que venga mi nave, ¿verdad? Pues ya aparece sin más, efectivamente. No penséis que es simplemente plum y ya está. Vale. Así no me tengo que mover mucho. Bueno, vamos un momento aquí para dejar las cositas, que son muchas.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Esto mentira. Te gusta siempre llamar la atención. En serio, no sé para qué tantas cosas te ponen si luego es que no voy a usar nada. Es que esto yo ya me lo conozco. Igual que en Red Dead Redemption, igual que en Zelda Breath of the Wild. Es que siempre es lo mismo. Le ponen un montón de mierdas que luego no vas a usar. A ver si... Bueno, lo primero es saber si me han dado algo interesante. Que no tiene pinta, ¿no? No, no tiene pinta para nada de que me hayan dado nada interesante. Así que... Y de armas, ¿me han dado alguna cosa que valga la pena? No. ¿Kit de eutanasia? Lanzaplasma, eso creo que no lo tengo, es lo único que voy a mirar, creo que eso no lo tengo. Un lanzaplasma. No, no lo tengo. Vale, pues esto es lo único que va a dejar. Todo lo demás, bueno, esto y esto, el que me hace gracia que se llama kit de eutanasia. Pero todo lo demás se puede ir al carre. Vale.
Dead center. Next round's on you.
Shh, the captain's coming. Put your gun away. Act casual.
Oh, yes. This'll about do. That's a mighty clean weapon. Yep. Ain't no call for a closer inspection by anybody. Hey, Cap.
Watch your step on Monarch. It's not just the monsters and sulfur pits you got. I admire your grit, but some wounds don't heal. And I say that as someone who's plugged a few severed aortas. Ginger Chops and the Pencil Pusher. By all accounts, Sanjar and Graham have been at each other's throats for years. Digging into their personal history isn't gonna change anything. Honestly, stay out of it. We've got our own problems to deal with. I try to save my captain a headache when I can. Usually ends up saving me one too. Hey, I'm the doctor here. That means I'm supposed to be the one nosing into your business. Anyway, I can take a hint. You stay out of mine, and I'll stay out of yours. Anything else?
Hay algo sospechoso.
Felix keeps asking me to watch some adventure serial with him. It's not my thing, but he's real sweet about it.
Hay algo ahí sospechoso, ¿verdad? No hay nada nuevo aquí.
I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool.
Gracias, Ada. ¿Y dónde están estos dos? Vale, venga, vamos a salir con los dos que tenemos, sin duda, y ya está. Vamos a ver qué tal. Esas texturas, papá, hay todo guapas, ¿eh? Hay todo guapas, primo. Bueno, no me dejo nada de nada. Seguro que ya he hecho todo lo que se podía hacer. Una cosa todavía no... En algún sitio es banco de trabajo. Está, creo que algo me está dejando. Mira. Oh, mira. Cartucho de identificación, eso me viene bien. Uf, pues no me han pillado de milagris, ¿eh? No me han pillado de milagris. No, no. No me han pillado de milagris, no, no. ¿Y tú qué, hija mía? Pero esto ya lo robé todo. Ah, no, no robé nada de esto.
Can I help you? Don't think we've... No, what?
Qué putada. Si yo vas a ver que esté a tu camarote, voy a venir antes a robarte.
Folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad as it stinks.
Oh, they are.
So that puddle I stepped in? That wasn't beer.
Nada, esto no lo puedo abrir. Qué putada. Estás aquí tonta polla y no te puedo robar esto. Si no te estaría robando, pero vamos. Todo lo que pudiera y más. No. Quedaos ahí quietecitos. Bueno, ya te robaré en otro momento, no te preocupes. Soy un cleptómano porque otra cosa... Vale, yo creo que ahora sí he estado en todos los sitios. Creo que ya solo me queda ir a donde debía haber ido desde el primer momento, que es aquí. Porque todo lo demás ya está. Sí, está todo. Vale, es el momento de conocer... Hacer lo que hay que hacer. Si es que es eso, que todavía no lo he hecho. Me pongo ahí a explorar.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order? No, I don't have any... If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Only thing worse than the swill they're selling is the service.
Esto está totalmente...
Hello? I need a refill. Oh, pardon. You don't...
Está fatal.
Don't work here.
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story? Your eyes do not deceive you. This bar serves the sweetest firewater in all of Fallbrook. I got some snacks on offer too from time to time. If you're asking if it's Sublight owned, then yes. If you're asking if we give discounts to Sublight employees, then the answer is not only no, but doubly no. Ms. Malin built the bar, the saloon, and the town to boot. If you got business with Sublight, I suggest you follow up with her. Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand? More than you can afford at this time.
Qué bueno.
You look parched. Have a seat, stranger. So, what's... Bagged another one, did he? The anti-up's downstairs, and they don't serve drinks. Here, have a pity swill, on me.
Mira qué bien. Me ha salido bien la jugada. Vale, vamos a ver entonces con este, a ver, para lo de las apuestas. A ver si puedo apostar.
Winning or losing, it's all the same. What's your...
Ah, pues hubiera preferido apostar al otro. A ver, me interesa más. Me interesa más apostar que el trago.
What's your... This is the ante up, all right, but we don't serve drinks. Hate to break it to you, but Nelson Mason's a con man. Try Yvonne upstairs if you're looking for a swill.
Ok, vamos, que es un timado, ya me lo he figurado.
Pull up a stool, pigeon. So, what's your story? Bagged another one, did he? Here, have...
Genial, vale. Vale, pues ya estamos. Vamos a hablar con esta. Has perdido el vale de vida. Bueno, pero anda la bebida igual, ¿no? Así que tampoco me han timado.
Do what you want, I guess.
Vaya, hombre. Te podría haber matado, puta. No, broma. Me voy a matar. Te quedan misiones. extraña a mí, colega, que no te pudiese robar. Ah, le puedes robar hasta una... ¡Oh, eso yo no lo sabía! ¿Qué dices? ¡Hala, chaval, que le puedes robar a alguien! Hostia, pero esto sí lo tenía que haber sabido hace tiempo. ¡Hala, qué dices, chaval! Que puedes robar a la gente. Estoy flipando. Esto que acabo de descubrir me abre muchas puertas para seguir robando más. Y más, y más. A ver qué acabo de robar. Chico. Ya puse el terminal. Ay, 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 qué locura. No sé si es que ha sido en concreto porque es esto, pero vamos, esto yo no lo sabía. Tengo que mirar a ver si puedo robar a más gente.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Crude but forthright. I
No
admire
me
that.
gusta, ¿no?
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Pero nada, ya estoy aquí.
I do so try. Might try more for you. Because I like interesting folks. So what are you in the market for, stranger? I got vice, virtue, and everything in between. Well, I'm half listening. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. All right. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Sí, segurísimo.
Meaning safe for me and my crew, seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk. Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market. I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate it. Maybe the ventilation system? Do I look like one of them? But it's a... So... Clever. That's why Lilia's paying you, I take it. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead. And I'd rather not wait another several weeks for Lilia to send your replacement. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course. Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me. Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details, so long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut, or his production lines ought to make do. If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Ajá. Mira, tío, resulta que puedo robarle a cualquiera.
Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
She's fine. Well, so long as you ain't on her bad side.
Acabo de descubrir algo súper importante, tío. Puedes robar a cualquiera, tío. Puedes robar a cualquiera, tío. ¿El pijo?
No, but thank you. I'm quite alright as I am. Oh, you're still here. I said I don't require anything at this time. Run along now. I've had more than enough to satisfy my thirst for one evening. Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. But it seems to me the whole town is designed primarily to leech one's bits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in need, I'm sure. Don't suppose I could just ask you to scram.
Me parece brutal, tío. No lo sabía. Puedes robar a cualquiera. Es decir, te puedes poner atrás. Mira, tío, puedes llegar aquí y robarle, tío. Esto me parece brutal. Esto me abre muchas posibilidades. ¿Ves? Hasta ahí se entera. Ya puedo hablar con él y decirle te acabo
Did
de
you find
robar.
them? Tell me you found my sprat carriers. Would hate should anything dire have befallen them. Seeing as how that statement is wink-free, I am madder than a mantis swarm, and ready to bite somebody. You want your cut? You get me the rest of my drugs, no matter what it takes.
No entiendo. Ya está, ¿no? Ah. Me he quedado con la... Ah, vale, están aquí. Supuestamente. Que resulta que puedo robar a cualquiera, tío. Y yo sin saberlo.
Miss Minnie Malin, get your twitchy whiskers back here. Don't you run out that door. It's a cruel world outside.
¿Pero qué tengo que hacer? ¿Cogerla?
3 days ago.
Give or take, it's a little bit hazy when I think back on it.
So, was Fallbrook all you'd hoped for?
Yes, no, maybe. It's no Byzantium. That's probably the point.
What a glowing endorsement.
I slept for the first time in months, so I'll give it
Vale, a ver.
Close the damn door. You'll let my sprats out.
Coño.
Damn it all. Now look what you've done. It'll take me ages to round him up again. State your purpose, or get out of my face, domicile intruder. Missing? Nope. Nope. Mine are all found and accounted for. Thank you kindly. Now if that'll be all, I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Lots to do. Got a multitude of sprats to spay and feed. Day in, day out, they ran their little route, getting picked off along the way. What was I to do, turn a blind eye? Malin's an animal lover. She won't hold my actions against me. Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair on any of these sprats' heads. I've killed vicious beasts for them. I ain't afraid to take on a human. Back out of this domicile, hands up, or become sprat food, intruder. You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs, then get lost.
Vale. ¿Me queda alguna mierda que coger? Vale, sí me queda una mierda que coger. Hostia, a mí lo que me parece increíble es esto, tío. Claro, al parecer, desde que he llegado a... Antes no, pero ahora que tengo 60, tío. Yo no sabía, desde que subes a 60 puedes robarle a la peña. Y eso es brutal. Puedes robarle a la peña, tío, es increíble. Porque haces así... Y habrá gente que tendrá cosas muy interesantes para robar, otros no. Pero vamos, me parece brutalísimo. Pero vamos, desde un tiempo ya. Es que no lo sabía porque creo que... Cerrajería llaves desde 60, tío. Qué cagada. Hace ya rato que podía robarles y no lo sabía. Fue descubierto, vamos. El oro y el moro. Con esto, por ejemplo, este le he robado. Que
Got the
vamos,
goods?
es un gusto.
Because I know you wouldn't be wasting my time otherwise. Wink. Hit me. I won't even hit back. Miss Catherine Malin is one tough lady. Show her a bit of backbone and I swear she'll like you more for it. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't... You're retrieving the lost goods for me. You do? I mean, you do! Of course you do! What did I tell you? Sure-fire delivery system. Works almost every time.
Right, right.
In my excitement, I very nearly forgot. Haha. As promised, your cut, plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me, I must go inventory my goods.
Me he quedado con la mitad, pero la otra mitad se la he dado para hacer negocios. Vale, vamos a ver ahora mismo cómo va mi simpatía. A ver si le puedo sacar secretos a esta ya.
You shopping for town when you want. Yeah, but now we take it you're one of them yourself. Well, if you don't learn nothing else about Fallbrook, rest assured on this much. Your bits are always good with me. Yeah, but now we got. Being too shrewd can be dangerous around Fallbrook. But seeing as you're a friend of Sublight,
a ver, cuéntame.
it can't hurt to fess up. If you're gonna run a smuggling hub, you don't exactly want to stick out like a homing beacon on the landscape. There's a reason we ain't got Devil's Peak-style horns out front.
Buah, tampoco es que me hayas dicho nada que no supiese. ¿Sabes? Tampoco es que me hayas dicho nada que no supiera. Joder, sí que hay misiones, tío. En serio, hay un montón de misiones que hacer. Río. Creo que es por aquí. No, pero no tiene pinta. Ah, coño. Sí. Esto no lo vi antes. Ah, no, no, pero no puedes pasar. Pero bueno, acabo de cogerle a ese... ¿Alguna cosa más? Vale. Me he quedado con la mitad de la mercancía. Vamos a ver si sé por dónde quiere marcarme esto. ¿Será que tengo que salir? Entiendo que tengo que salir de aquí. Vale, vamos a ver. Eso entiendo, ¿no? supone que está dentro, pero no sé dónde coño está, tío. Estoy ahí dando vueltas como un bobo. Venga. No tardas mucho en cargar, colega. O nervioso. Hostia, está tardando un montón, ¿no? A ver, 89 metros, 88. Claro, dice que está por aquí. No lo entiendo, es decir, cuando estoy por dentro parece que me marca por fuera, y cuando estoy por fuera me dice que está dentro. ¿Por dónde tiene que haber alguna cosa que a mí no me queda clara? Esto puedo robar, ¿no? Nadie me ha visto, ¿no? No sé, aquí hay algo que no marca bien, ¿eh? Tío. O sea, ya me estoy otra vez alejando.
Oh, that's just Miss Malin working on some fella who can't pay his debt.
So noted. My accounts will be balanced by the afternoon.
I heard sometimes when the tunnels get infested, she feeds into the mantic leaves. Pretty gruesome way to go.
Ah, vale, que sí se puede ir por aquí. Ah, hostia, esto se avisa. Joder. Sí. Primero le robo, tío. Es que guau, ahora puedo robar a todos Dios. Y habrá gente que tenga cosas muy interesantes.
What do you want?
Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what?
¿Lo va a
My
matar?
goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to
O sea que es toda una venganza.
of pain on this guy. I couldn't risk you not bringing me here.
It sounds like you have things to work out between you. I'll just be on my way.
Would you have brought me all this way just to watch me beat the life out of a greasy ex-convict if I had?
No lo sé.
Exactly. Feel free to turn away if the sight of blood offends you. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better. Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there. It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Hey, I just want to thank you for saving my life. Exaggeration? Has the vicar told you what he did to old Lem? He's still eating through a tube, last I heard.
Look, what I may or may not have done to some degenerate during a prison brawl is old news.
O sea que si estuvo en la cárcel.
Hey, I just want...
Si estuvo en la cárcel y no solamente como guía espiritual, vaya. Este tío no es de fiar. Un mentiroso. Puto vicario. Vale. Ay, ¿qué más nos queda por hacer? Vale, vamos a ver. Estamos aquí. Aquí hay una misión. Aquí hay otra misión. Esto está un pelín más cerca. Vale, en principio esto... Esto está más lejos. Está más lejos. Y esto está más lejos todavía. Y esto no está ni siquiera aquí, ¿verdad? Escila es otro planeta. Vale, pues son las dos. Me marca en la nave. Vale, esto... Uy, bueno, ¿qué es lo que más cerca estaba? Esto, ¿no? No, había algo un poco más... Este era lo que más cerca estaba, vale. Ok. Pues sí, a ver.
I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm. You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward. Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed this.
No, que fuiste a la cárcel.
It did provide me with plenty of time.
Y te reconvertiste en vicario
The way
pasarín,
I
¿no?
see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it. I've been mulling over everything with Graham and the Iconoclasts. Upon further reflection, Graham's not as much of an idiot as I thought he'd be, but in other ways, he's worse. I'd urge you to be careful in future dealings with him, Captain. He's an unhinged zealot who lacks awareness of the consequences of his choices. I wouldn't trust him to lead a crew, let alone a town-wide cult. As much as I usually appreciate the board's ordered approach to governance, in Monarch's case, they aren't really running anything so much as leaving everyone to rot. Unless you agree with them that the inhabitants of Monarch should be forced to evacuate, or die from their stubborn rebelliousness. Zora is militant, unbending, and ruthless for sure. I'd be hesitant to oppose her. But she gets results, and she doesn't suppress intelligent discourse. Can't say I agree with the iconoclasts, but Zora has what it takes to save Monarch.
O sea, que este me dice que le dé el poder a Zora. Pues no estoy muy de acuerdo.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Ah, ahora entiendo, ¿no? Lo de la entusiasta ya. Ahora coge sentido todo eso. Bueno. Me han mentido mucho este cabrón. Vale. Genial y maravilloso todo. Bueno, pues el caso es que tenemos que ir a ese sitio y vamos ya. Seguro que no vamos a encontrar enemigos por el camino, así que creo que lo voy a ir dejando por aquí. Bueno, tengo mucha gana, ya es tarde. Uf, hay esas texturas como cargan, ¿ves? Mira lo que os dije de los enemigos. Son muchos, ¿eh? Qué mal, pero vale. Vale, me los han matado, esta gente ya está. La canalla.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? ¿Qué pasa? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Mucha what's up. Municiones. Muchas texturas ahí cargando, loco.
Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
Guay, bichos aquí por un tubo. Vale, pues lo voy a dejar aquí, chavales. Así que ya sabéis, darle me gusta, compartir, difundir, suscribiros. JugonesProProducciones emitiendo en directo de YouTube y síguenos en Twitter, en Twitch, en Instagram, gameplays diarios y lo demás cuando se pueda. Marlender se despide. Chao, hasta la próxima.